Un tesoro rimasto nascosto per più di 60 anni, ritrovato per caso durante un trasloco dentro una cassa di mele cotogne. Potrebbe sembrare l'inizio di un romanzo, invece questa scoperta è vera e ha riportato alla luce le prime registrazioni inedite del grande chitarrista Paco de Lucía con suo fratello Pepe. Pepito Y Paquito è stato pubblicato lo scorso 31 maggio da BMG insieme alla Fondazione Paco de Lucía e contiene 21 tracce che attraversano lo spazio e il tempo per restituirci un pezzo dell'infanzia dei fratelli Sánchez, la genesi di due prodigi della chitarra e del canto, due leggende indiscusse del flamenco. Ne abbiamo parlato con Curro Sánchez, figlio di Paco, attivamente impegnato nel lavoro prezioso della fondazione.
Foundation Paco de Lucía was born in 2020. It was hard times for everyone. It was the COVID times. Everyone, my sisters, me, Gabriela, who is the widow of my father, we felt how our lives stopped, our professional lives stopped. And we were already talking for a while about doing something which could contribute to expand the legacy of my father. And eventually, thanks to a great person that we will always remember, David Calzado, we managed to put all those ideas in a structure and eventually transform all those proposals into a foundation. Bit by bit, we started to grow, to find people inside the foundation, patrons, people who love flamenco over all the things. I'm talking about Sara Varas, the renowned flamenco dancer. I'm talking about Alejandro Sanz, the pop singer recognized worldwide. Federico Linares, who is Ernest & Young president in Spain. And Narcís Rebollo, among others, who is the president of Universal Music in Spain. Finally, in 2024, is the first year that we think that we are taking off and we are going to the next level. Basically, my father and his brothers, they had a great relationship with some neighbors that they were called Benítez, los Benítez. And the father of that family, Reyes Benítez, somehow adopted my father and his brothers like his own children because he admired the talent of them. And they were more poor. They don't have so many resources as the Benítez family. So Benítez, Reyes Benítez, will help them out with the beginning of their careers. He will be the one who bought the first guitar for my father. He will help Pepe to go to places to sing. And he loved so much to see them performing that eventually he decided to record them. We are talking about 1959, 1960. This put Pepe and Paco when they were 11 and 13. And he recorded them because, first of all, he loved everything that those very talented boys would do together as flamenco artists, and because it was important for them to send records to the different record companies in Spain to see if they could have their first opportunity. And those recordings disappeared for decades. No one knew about them. And one day, like 2 or 3 years ago, one of the sons of Reyes Benítez, moving objects from one place to the other of the house, or I think maybe he was moving house, in the basement, he found in a Queen's box, inside the Queen's box, which is kind of surreal, he found these recordings. And he didn't even know what those recordings were about. So he had some friends or relatives that they could play those formats. And he discovered it was Pepe's and Pepito's and Paquito's recordings from when they were just only children. And he passed it to Pepe. And Pepe bought those recordings, and he decided that his next project will be finding someone who could believe into these recordings and release it as it deserves, which is great because, as you can know, it's the first recordings of Paco de Lucía. We all dream, people who love music, we all dream to hear the first recordings of, I don't know, Amy Whitehouse or Elvis or the Beatles or or Camarón, but unfortunately it's very hard to find that kind of material. And in the case of Paco Lucía, now the whole world has the opportunity to hear the first recordings of these two talented artists and to see the beginning, the forge of an artist who will become worldwide renowned and who will become one of the best guitar players ever. So something unique for us. From Pepe's point of view, I know it has been a very, very emotional journey because he didn't know the stage of the recordings at first. He thought that maybe some of the recordings or many of the recordings were deteriorated. But for him, there was something which is even more special. That is, those recordings are not just 1 day or 2 days of recordings, like randomly. No, they are these different excerpts of recordings through a period of 1.5 years. So he can see those different moments with his brother, Paco. For him, was very emotional. And when he discovered that they were in a good state and that he could at least rescue 20 or 20-something songs from there, it was like one of the most important moments of his artistical and personal life. I couldn't choose one because I remember so many different moments with my father, and depending on the day, if I feel more happy or more melancholical or I feel more deep, I remember a particular moment with him. But Paco was a very quiet, calm person, very rational, very logical, full of emotion, because you need to be a very emotional person to create that kind of music. You cannot be emotional and create that. And he, on the other hand, had a great sense of humor. He was a person who will make, when he wanted to, he will make the room to be magical.
A 10 anni dalla scomparsa del genio della chitarra spagnola, Pepito Y Paquito restituisce valore ulteriore a un'arte senza tempo, un talento unico, quello di Paco de Lucía, che la Fondazione continuerà a onorare attraverso numerosi progetti e iniziative, affinché non solo la Spagna, ma il mondo intero possa godere di una tradizione popolare e una forma d'arte viscerale e pregna di storia come il flamenco.
The next big thing we are now working on is going to be the book of flamenco, or the White Book of Flamenco, which will portray all the economical and social impact of flamenco, not only in Spain. And it's something very exciting for us because we think that flamenco gives way more to the country and to the government of what it receives in exchange. But apart from this, we are now currently working on different projects, most of them social, to help out the people who doesn't have enough resources to follow a musical career, to put them out of the streets and trying to contribute to help them to chase their dreams, to become professional flamenco artists.